Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Chris Holcomb. Uh, Another terrific Tuesday. Definitely want to let you guys know, I'm always out in the neighborhoods looking at properties. And what came to mind to me today was pretty soon the tax auction is coming up. In fact, today they let the list out for Wayne County. What I would advise or want to tell people is certain things to be aware of when you're dealing with the tax auction. So if you're out of state investors, if you're new to the tax auction, if you're not familiar with Detroit, several key points you need to be aware of. One of them is find somebody that knows Detroit area. The reason why I say that is if you're going to look at doing anything in the Detroit area, they give you a list of properties. You can narrow down the criteria from brick, 3 bedrooms, sort of make it, smaller, but you still need to know your zip codes. You need to know what areas where there's sustainable neighborhoods. If you're looking at primarily 48219, 48235, you need to know those areas so you can shrink down your list of properties you want to maybe drive by and take a look at. And then that's pretty much the number 2 step is drive by and take a look at the properties. And as I did on the previous video, I showed how to pretty much evaluate a property from the outside, because that's all you're going to be able to do, I would say, at that initial step, because you don't want to start knocking on doors or anything like that. You want to first drive by and see if those areas are good. You may have 400 properties, and you may split it up, hopefully with a couple of other people. You want to know what you're looking for. If it's a stable neighborhood, a good neighborhood, the property's in bad shape, that could be a good property. But as I talked about in my last video, neighborhood versus block, you want to look for good neighborhoods. Sometimes the property may need more work. You want to check out the landscape. You want to check out the roof. You want to check out the windows. You want to check the overall. And one of the things is it vacant or is it occupied? Then once you validate that, the next key point is then if it's valid, if it's vacant or occupied, you want to go from there and see if it's occupied, what's the status of the person? They still want to live there? Do they want to buy the property? What is their options? Why are they behind in taxes? Because if they're behind in taxes, that's one indicator that they're not able to pay what they need to pay. So primarily you want to look into those aspects to see if that property is still something you want to deal with. Because if you got a tenant or someone that's occupied in the property and still won't leave, you got to deal with going down to this, get them evicted. You got to deal with hopefully they don't do any worse damage to the property while they're in it. So you need to build that relationship to let them know if you get the property, because at this moment and in this stage you haven't bidded on anything. So you're just primarily doing the preliminary due diligence to verify which ones you want to bid on and what status it is. So that's one of the biggest keys, I would say, at least those 3 key points. If you're looking into the tax auction, be aware of that. The last thing I would say, everybody knows the tax auction are quit claim deeds, meaning they got back taxes, they got back water bills, and it could be anything else which someone else might own the property or whatever. It could be 2 or 3 different things all together at once when you buy these properties. So a lot of people, if you're looking at an investor aspect, we like warranty deeds, because we know then everything's paid up, there's no hassle, there's no mixture of ownership. We ain't got to wait 6 months or 6 weeks to 6 months pretty much to try to get it under warranty by doing a quiet title. So there's other resources that can transfer those properties from a quit claim deed to a warranty deed. Definitely ask me, I can refer you to those. But primarily, you got to be aware of that. And if you're holding on to the property, you still want to get that title rectified. Maybe for, if it's a buy and hold, you still want that title and make sure everything's up and to standard, so you can have it as a warranty title, a warranty deed, my fault. So those are just some things you need to be aware of. With the auction, I believe it's a $500 deposit that you put in to get on the bidding or having the opportunity to register for bidding, and then it is what it is from there, because honestly, it's a gamble. It's a lottery to me. You got to know what you're going in and what you're bidding as and what your limits is, because everybody can go in there and bid, and doesn't mean they're an educated buyer. They could just be bidding and then the numbers go up ridiculously because of someone that doesn't know what a good property is. So, and there's a lot of expert investors on there also, so they know what properties they're going at, and it's going to be, you probably have a bidding war, just like dealing with properties on the MLS. So those are the key points, though, I wanted to give people who are not used to the tax auction, Wayne County that is, or what to go. I think Oakland and Washington, all other ones do theirs seasonal too. I don't have that much experience. I'm getting into those fields, but Wayne County I definitely know because that affects Detroit and the metropolitan areas. And remember that you got Harper Woods, you got Livonia, even Grosse Pointe, but a lot of areas, primarily most of them are going to be in Detroit. So just be aware of it. If you're looking to do that tax auction, I think it's a good thing. Just make sure you do your due diligence. Those key points I mentioned are very vital points to make sure you know what properties you want to go after and why and where they're at. If you don't know the area, well, then you'll be doing a lot of driving. Just be honest with you. And you'll waste a lot of gas, so you'll be going to places where properties are probably 3 or 4 houses, burnouts, or just bad neighborhoods. Let's say E and D area neighborhoods, which unless that's your niche or your business strategy and you want low-end properties, well, then those might fit you. But if you're looking for a solid property that you can make an investment on, maybe do a land contract, maybe do a turnkey, or maybe even wholesale, you got to find those properties that are valued to not only you but others. Everybody wants brick 3-bedroom bungalow with a good roof and up-to-date windows. That's everybody. So just be aware of those things. Have your money right, I would definitely tell you, and make sure you do your due diligence and everything should work out fine. As always, stay consistent, stay focused. This is Chris Holcomb. If you like this video, click the like button. If you want to subscribe and check out my other videos, definitely do that. And also check out cnhgroup.com. That's my website. It's already launched. I have videos out there, and I also have properties that are off market that definitely could be something you might be interested in. As always, I'll catch you guys on the next video, and y'all have a good day.